Hello and welcome to Arsenal Domination, where it's time to talk about Gabriel Martinelli again. He's had a strange old season, and in some ways a strange old Arsenal career. He really struggled in the opening games. I think there's absolutely no question. Mikel Arteta did absolutely the right thing to take him out of the team as he did. Um, but in the last two games, he's come in off the bench and has made a big impact. A goal and assist against Athletic Club in the Champions League as part of the 2-0 win, and then gets the equaliser later on against Manchester City at the weekend. And it sort of led to sort of a roller coaster of views about his future. Early in the season, he was absolutely rubbish. He needed to go now. And certainly I was in the view that his place in the team was under threat, and subsequently he lost his place and still hasn't won it back as a starter. But that actually his position in the team was genuinely under threat in terms of his long-term future. He was one of the players I sort of felt was playing for his Arsenal career this season. And in some ways, you want all your players playing for their careers because you want them to be at their absolute best and delivering all the time. And, probably for the first time in his Arsenal career, Gabriel Martinelli now has some competition for his place in the side. And I think that's a good thing. And maybe that's sort of what's led to his sort of resurgence in the last couple of games. But obviously, the last couple of games have then led to many fans saying, Gabriel Martinelli is an excellent player, definitely needs to be at the club, part of the long term future here. And I think the answer is that both can actually be true, and I think that is true in this case. My view on Gabriel Martinelli is that first season was excellent, and why was it excellent? Teams didn't fear Arsenal; they left a lot of space in behind, and that is his game. In the last 2 seasons, Arsenal, 2 seasons really, Arsenal have faced a low block much more often than they have previously. In the Champions League, it's been less so, and that's where Martinelli's got most of his sort of form and goals from. But in the Premier League, it's been a low block, and that is not his game. He really struggles when he doesn't have space to operate into. His best game is making those long, sort of surging runs in behind, getting off the back of defenders, and getting in behind us and running on goal. And we've sort of seen that with sort of both his goals recently. It's not about standing up a man, going past them, where space is limited. And, the other thing about him is he's a form player. When he's confident, he can play very well, very well. When he's not, he does struggle. And I think that probably means that his role at Arsenal may well be that he just plays games when teams aren't going to do the low block, or he comes on late, as we've seen in games, to sort of when defences are getting tired and trying to stretch them that way. That might mean that there's still a low block, but he's coming on absolutely fresh, and that may well help him. So I think Gabriel Martinelli still, his career at Arsenal is somewhat up in the air, but certainly the last couple of games have been very pleasing.